Remember when Jay-Z dropped Death to Auto-Tune, and not too long after that, Auto-Tune pretty much died out? I wonder if we had the same magic if Jay dropped a track called Death to Mumble Rapping, and mumble rapping would just die forever. Boost, raindrops, pop pop, pop pop. So I just got through listening to Jay-Z's new album 444, and this is actually my first album that I listened to from beginning to end since Raekwon was what was it called? Shit, Shaolin versus the Wu Tang. Yeah, damn, I forgot that quick, man. It's been years, man. It's been years since I listened to a whole album in its entirety, man. So I've been hearing a lot about this, man. It's been getting a lot of buzz. And being from New York, growing up in New York in the 80s and 90s, I'm a fan of Jay-Z, okay? Say what you want about him. People hate on this man. People say what they want about him. But, you cannot deny this man's genius. You can't deny what he's accomplished, and not only in the music world, but in the business world. This guy's a mogul. He's one of my heroes, man. I look up to him. But I ain't gonna front. Like, I was one of those people that was talking shit about him, especially when he hooked up with Beyonce. Like, I had a crush on Beyonce back in the day, and when Jay hooked up with her, I said, man, that camel nose motherfucker done got Beyonce. And, but that's just firing shots, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Jay. And everybody has their picks on their favorite Jay-Z albums. A lot of people say Reasonable Doubt, some say Blueprint, some say The Dynasty. I mean, those are all great. My personal favorite is the first Blueprint. I mean, I can listen to that shit from beginning to end, and it's flawless. Kanye produced most of the tracks on there, man. That's like Jay's best work to date, I think. So now, 444, I'm gonna say it's up there with Blueprint. I'm gonna put it in the same category as Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt. Okay, Jay went back to his roots on this one. This is true hip hop Jay-Z in great form. Okay, and yeah, the beats are not headbangers. Okay, this is not something that you're gonna bump in your car with the speakers up loud or whatever. You know what I'm saying? These are not club songs or whatever. But these are just, I would like to call it grown man rap. Okay, this is grown man rap, grown man hip hop. This shit is about empowerment. This shit is about recognizing who you are, recognizing your flaws and how you've grown from your mistakes, and how to build an empire, how to build a dynasty, among your people. And that's what I like about this shit. You know what I'm saying? My favorite joints in there are the title track 444. Okay, I like Family Feud. That was a good one. Matter of fact, Family Feud has one of my favorite lines in there when he said he dissed Al Sharpton and Bill Cosby. He was like, yeah, Al Sharpton's taking selfies. How's him and Bill Cosby gonna help me? I thought that was kind of funny, man. And I heard he was firing a lot of shots at people. Now, I listened to this shit in its entirety one time. Now, I don't know if you ever heard a Jay-Z album before, but when you listen to a Jay-Z album, you have to listen to it at least, for me, at least 3 or 4 times to catch almost everything, because Jay has a way of wording things where you'll miss it the first time around. So I know I missed a lot of shit in here, but overall, man, I really dug this album. Okay, I know I review mostly movies and shows and shit, but I'm a hip hop head at heart, and I had to listen to this album. I had to see for myself if it was what people said it was. Now, some people loved it and some people hate it. Now, the ones that hate it are, I guess, are the ones that like that mumble rap shit. Okay, and like I always say, I'm not one to try to hate on nothing, but just me personally as a hip hop head, I hate mumble rap. I hate it. If I can't understand what you're saying, I can't really fuck with you. That's just my preference. Okay. Now, one thing I give to these mumble rap dudes, I mean, the beats be on point. Like, the beats be on point. The headbangers, my daughter listens to a lot of this shit, and I'm not gonna front it. The beats are tight, but I can't hear nothing that you saying. So I come from a time where hip hop had substance, it had depth, it had something to say, and that's what I liked about artists like Jay-Z, where you understand what he's saying. And I mean, it's bad enough that he words his stuff in such a way where you have to really dissect what he's saying, but at least I can understand him. And when you think about what he's saying, it makes sense. You're like, oh, okay. And I have love for this album, man. Like I said, my favorite tracks on there are Family Feud, What's the other one? Family Feud, 444. Um, the last track, Legacy. I really dug Legacy, man. Legacy was all about, you know, he's saying when you gain wealth, spread that shit out. So he was talking about how he's spreading his shit out through his family, and how his family is starting stuff on their own. This album was fire. I definitely dig it. Check it out. And okay, if I was a Source magazine back in the day, I read the Source magazine, and they would grade a rap album by mics or whatever, right? So if I'm the Source magazine, I'm gonna give 444. I'm gonna give that shit. I'm gonna give it 4 mics, man. I'm gonna give it 4 mics. And the reason I'm not gonna give it 5, because the beats are not as strong as I would have liked them to be. Like even an album like Blueprint, where yeah, there weren't headbangers either, but there was some fire tracks. Like Kanye came through on Blueprint, and with this one, yeah, the beats, the tracks are good, man, but they just don't have the same punch that Blueprint had, as far as the beats go, the music goes. But as far as the lyrics, yeah, Jay-Z is on point. He hasn't lost a step. No signs of slowing down. Like he's still right now the best in the game as far as lyrically wise. Okay, a lot of people say Eminem. I can't argue with that. Eminem is dope, but for me personally, it's Jay. Okay, so on my grading system, I'm gonna give, like I said, I give it 4 mics if I was a Source. On my grading system, I would give 444 a B minus. I'll definitely give it a B minus. All right. So that's my review for 444. What did you guys think? What are your favorite tracks on there? And comment freely. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is Rashad G signing out.